Hey, what's going on, everyone? And welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. And guys, with this one right here, we are talking rap shit on HBO Max, episode 4, titled Something for the Clubs. And guys, I just want to let you know that this is going to be a spoiler-filled recap. We are going to spoil this episode up, down, left, right, in, and out as if you've already seen it. You have been warned. Of course, I can't do this by myself. I got my girl Tyra right here. Reviewz TV. What's good, ma'am? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Don't seem too as enthused as last time, but I maybe that's because of your opinion on the episode. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. But guys, if you love what we have to say for this recap, our handles are on the screen. Her information is in the description box of this video. And like always, you can head over to my channel tab and bam, she is right there, about to celebrate to pass that 7K, her next large milestone. But let's help her get 1 billion subscribers. I think she will like that so much. And again, before we get started, just a little shameless plugging right here that I'm gonna do at the very beginning. If you are curious on my opinions on the film Nope, I got my review for that on the channel. Also, me and Tyra did a spoilers review for that film. They can check out my channel for that as well. I got my Wakanda Forever trailer reaction, and then I got a panel breakdown of the trailer as well. I got a Teal trailer reaction. Also on Hulu, I got my Prey review up, pretty good movie, and in theaters right now, I have my Bullet Train review. But now, let's talk about rap shit. So, of course, I just know, shameless plugging over here. But Tara, I'm gonna say this. One of the reasons this review is late, this episode is late, because the episodes premiere on Thursdays. It's Saturday afternoon when we're filming this recap, because I just wasn't that excited to keep coming back to check out this show. I mean, I love Issa Rae. I respect her grind. I support her and all that hot jazz, but at the same time, I was just like, man, I'm the show doesn't suck, but I'm just not like excited to do it. It feels like a chore. But I will be honest with you, Tyra. I really did like this episode, or at least the second half of it. At the first
Mhm.
half, I was kind of wondering, like, what's going on? What are we doing here? What's the goals, especially where we picked up from last time? But at the midpoint in this episode, I really started to smile, from ear to ear. And especially when we get to the seduce and skin, at the club. But I was feeling it. I was feeling it. I'm a bit confused a bit on where they're going with the end of it with Duke. She was at the car,
Yes.
switching her shirts, and it seemed like she got some type of text message from somebody. It looks like, I'm not trying to be funny, it looks like that's a dick emoji too, or the
Mm.
eggplant. But
Yes.
she don't look happy.
Mm.
She seemed like she's happy because she was able. And I gotta say, she wasn't like my favorite character.
Mm.
I was just kind of indifferent on the fence, but I like the hustle in her. I like the grind. I
Yes.
like the mentality. I like the way she finessed the club and came out with a W. I'm like, okay, that is what's up right there. That is how you take 2 cents and you turn it into $5. I
Yes.
love it. So that was interesting. So you would think that, hey, we did it. We gonna go to McDonald's and supersize everything. Let's go to Denny's. It's 2 a.m. But she don't really seem too enthused. But of course, we're gonna talk about that right there. I just had to start off that way. But
Yeah.
overall, I did enjoy this episode for the most part. I'm not saying I'm loving the show, but I feel better about continuing than I did at the end of episode 3. How you feeling?
I'm not too invested. I do want more. This is the best episode so far. It was entertaining. Not that the rest has been boring, but I just kind of found myself getting a little bit more invested in the characters, especially like Duke. I actually like, the way Duke was moving in this episode. Everybody loves the underdog story. And I think that's why we are starting to root, for the girls in the seducing scheme and Duke, because it's an underdog situation and we're looking forward to their come up. But it would be nice to look forward to a whole lot more. Like you said, I did love the better half of the later parts of the episode. Now the beginning, okay. But I enjoyed this particular episode way more than the first three.
Got you. And since we're talking about the beginning of the episode, I mean, I know they're being silly and trolling,
Yeah.
but this is the textbook definition of ghetto fabulous when you like, hey, look how much money my vajayjay done made us. You know what I'm saying? And they
Yes.
said we can go to McDonald's, not McDonald's, but Snappy's, I think was the name of the restaurant. Now I'm just that's the equivalent to McDonald's for me right now in my mind. She said we getting larges, we can supersize everything. I got a good laugh. I was like, they stupid for this. They stupid and they having cheat
Get a
days with the
salad
salad and
covered in ranch.
yeah, and the gizzards and all that. And so I don't know. That was just kind of funny to me to start
Mhm.
out the episode. But I don't know if you got a chuckle out of that. But what I do like after this though, we got a little more character development out of Mia, and she's
Yes.
visiting or having I guess some type of Skype call.
Yeah, with the dad in prison.
Yeah, with the dad in prison, I don't know. I don't know anyone in prison. Maybe they've made some updates. I don't know how realistic that is. I mean, all I do know is what I see in movies and television. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what do I know? What do I know?
Yeah, I was looking. I was like, the jail look all clean in the back. Like it looks. This looks like a fake background. Like what is
Yeah,
happening? Like it looked real clean. I didn't know exactly what was happening, but like you, I was like, okay, maybe this is a thing. Maybe you don't
yeah.
have to go down and take the hour-long bus ride to go visit. Maybe you just call them up on the phone and FaceTime.
Right. And so that's unfortunate for her. Like her, I guess her biological mom said later on that he not getting out of jail because he shot
Yeah.
somebody.
Hmm.
And so I don't know if we're going to get more of that, but I found that interesting. But of course, she got the end of the session and she's looking sad, and I'm just like, damn. But we got a little bit of more of where Maya came from,
Yeah.
and I'm able to sympathize with her a little bit more now as we're in episode 4. And I gotta say, I'm coming over to the dark side, Tyra. I'm
Yeah.
coming over to Team Tyra, starting to agree with you a little bit on Miss Shauna. Yeah, I'm not. Is this where you was thinking? I'm not.
I think it was coming. It was just a matter of time.
Yeah. It's just something about her. I'm just like, you ain't that cool. You're not as cool as I thought you were. I don't know. It was just something about her this episode. So I was just like, you a snob.
Yeah,
I'm just
it's something. It's that, like she has no belief. Like her little attitude towards Duke the entire show, it was just like, Lord, like it was like she was hoping that she would fail just to prove right. Like, see, I told you she wouldn't be able to do anything and come through for us. This is a waste of time. Coming out in a little funeral ready ass black dress. Like, have some faith, Shauna. Like, like what do we
yeah.
have to lose to invest some time in Duke? Like she don't have to be that way.
Yeah, she needs to humble herself just a bit. I don't mean to judge, but yeah, I'll just say that I'll play it safe. She just needs to humble herself a little bit. That I'll just leave it right there.
Baby, you ain't all that.
No, yeah. She just needs to calm down. She turns her nose up at people.
Yeah.
And that's just not. Even if you were where you were wanted to be, that's just not what it is. That's not
I
cool.
think, what did I say last review? I think I said she's moving like she dropped the album already and she has, one on the way. She's moving like she's a bit
Right,
bigger and larger than
right,
what she is. And it's just
right.
like, hey, it doesn't hurt to put your faith or put, different eggs in different baskets because you need all the help you can get right now. You are rapping, y'all still on the come up. You are not any bigger than anybody else in the back of this caddy. Like, stop.
Right. Well said. Well said. Well said. And of course, best friends in Hollywood or whatever, they always scratching each other's back. I didn't recognize her at first,
Mm-hmm.
but your girl with the green wig on, from God, insecure,
Yes, Tasha.
Tasha. I liked her character a lot. In Insecure and in this episode too. I don't know, it's just something I love her personality. She just seemed like a real cool chick to like,
Dominique Perry, that's her name.
yes. I like her. And so I mean, I forgot that she put on social media that she's gonna be in the next episode. And when she just popped up here, with the wig on, I just didn't catch it at first. It wasn't until like later on at night. I think that's, oh snap, that's so and so from from Insecure. So I
Yeah.
was really happy to see her. I guess they was passing around Molly. I don't know if that was Molly ecstasy, but I was kind of laughing like, we waiting on the drugs to hit in, kick in. I'm like, why are you recording that and put it on Instagram or
Because
social
that's what
media?
it
Like,
is. That's what the show's
don't.
all about. Everything is a social media moment. Everything.
Yeah, but don't do it. Don't talk about the drugs you're doing. Like leave that part out. But no, how did you feel about her? And actually, because the friends were kind of being assholes
Yeah.
to Shauna. So tell me how you feel about that. And also, not only did we get to see Mia's father, we also got to see her mother,
Yes.
and both her parents look extremely young.
Mm-hmm.
Her father's in jail. Her mother is trying to find a new stepdaddy and it's not looking after Melissa. So I know
Yes.
that's a lot, but tell me how you feel about the phone call here, and also your girl Tasha Dominique popping up in the way that was tooting ass up at Shawnee, a little payback or whatever.
Yes, yes. I thought the friends were doing a bit much to like target Shauna in that way. I can completely understand why, because it's just like I feel like they know a whole different side of Shauna, that we see peeking through, that we don't like so much. Got you ready to come to the dark side.
Yeah.
They know her for that, and it's just like, why are you even wasting your time with her? We know what this is. Like they just feel like we know who you are. Like stop, don't don't do us any favors by being here. But it was funny. Them clowning her was funny, but it was unnecessary. I really love learning more about Mia though. Like it's just like wow, like any questions you ever had as to why Mia is the way that she is, her mother, especially her mother, it's just like, oh, she's just so, you kind of see her kind of crying out for attention. She wants to talk to her mom about a little bit more, what's going on with the dad. It's just like, yeah, I'm about to find you. Like she just,
Yeah.
she's just so unaware. And it's just, it's becoming a bigger issue for me as to, I'm spending time away from my daughter. Not only do I have, my day job and I'm doing this, we're trying to wrap. Hopefully this goes somewhere, because while we're, in the club trying to get in, my daughter's with my mom and she's not being properly watched and she doesn't even know where the hell she is. So I think it's just like, I think we see throughout the episode that it's just kind of putting a battery in her back. She's just like, something better happen and it better happen now. Or else we just out here and we just in the club wasting time.
Right. And I like the growth she had, which we'll talk about later at the club. But I felt really sorry for her.
Yeah.
When she was trying to talk to her mom, and her mom over time getting it in, new stepdaddy or whatever. I've never hung up in my mom's face.
No.
Yeah, I've never done that before. I don't think I've ever wanted to.
No, let the
But
call drop. My mama calling. So you hanging up in my face? So
yeah,
mama, I'm calling you straight.
that's that I couldn't find myself to do that. But yeah, people, unfortunately, everybody don't have the best relationship with their parents, and so Mia's kind of going through it right now. With her, just going back to that first image. Where is it at? Where she was bugging out because she couldn't talk to her father. Here she's shut down. That's just kind of sad. And then she ends the phone with her mom.
Yeah.
So at least she's kind of growing up. But we'll get to her. We'll get to that part in the club in just a second. But I get that. I mean, they had to throw the comedic moments in here as well. Your girl Shauna messed up the beat or whatever. She started off and then just started trying to sing or whatever. Killed the whole vibe or whatever. I got a laugh out of that. I don't know. I've never popped a Molly before. I've never done ecstasy, but man, if they was all tripping balls right here, and it was funny. And she ends up going to go get a dog, and she's peeing. She was talking to her boyfriend Cliff right here too, right? Like, hey, come find me where the sexy tree is or whatever. And so they playing with the filters. I mean, did you get a laugh out of all this, or was you over it?
I did not. I was more concerned with Duke, because she finally wanted to know, and we still don't know. I'm like, who the hell was in the car? I would like to know who bust into the hotel room and took the money from the girls, but we never got to see that. It was just the aspect of your own personal issues. You're putting our lives in jeopardy. Got us in the middle of the hood about to get shot, but all of the the horse face emojis and I got a dog and like I'm by this sexy tree. Like it was another. I think when the show tries to be trendy, it tries a little bit too hard, and I don't get that laugh in like I want to. But I was like, okay, I wasn't super duper amused. No.
Okay. Yeah, I know when I saw this part where I was like, oh Lord, what's happening right now? You know what I'm saying? She finna kill somebody. So I was a bit nervous, after that. But y'all let us know what you think in the comment section if you're getting a laugh out of this, or I got a chuckle or two. Tara was like, "What the hell is going on?" Which is
Now
fine.
I was with Mia, like, what the hell is the girl? I almost
Yeah,
killed you. Get in
right.
the car.
Gotcha.
Can we get
Yeah,
out of here? I
gotcha.
was more proud of Mia in that moment, being
Yes,
the mature one for the
yes,
most part.
yes, yes, yes. But we are now at the club, and I did not think that Duke was gonna come through. But he or she was able to, from the dude at the very beginning right here. They trying to link up with this dude Sam. It's what's interesting to me is Duke is not delusional. She knows what's going on. She has a sense of reality, but at the same time, she lies to herself. She's
Hmm.
not honest with herself. I mean, prior to this, she's like, hey, what's the status of tonight? Or no, they didn't say it exactly, but at one point, I was asking what the status was of trying to get in, and she was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, Sam is not answering the phone. They're not replying back." But for you to still, have to take that and still push on, and seize the day, I don't know. That's just it really, really interesting to me.
Hmm.
But what is also interesting, Tyro, is they got the worst, absolute worst table in the whole club, right by the bathroom. That is gross. That is disgusting. That is why I put a table right there. They just need to remodel that whole little section. That was awful. That was awful. But what did you think about all that? And also your girl Shauna right here coming out her funeral dress. She was dancing. She was like while she is kind of an a-hole, she was moving a little bit. I was like, okay, look good. But how'd you feel about all this right here?
I was laughing at Shauna. She was having the best time with herself. Like, oh, y'all don't think I can get ratchet in my little funeral dress?
Right.
I can get low with the best of them. But I was really liking Duke here. I love her fake it till you make it attitude,
Mm-hmm.
because for them to go to not even being able to get in somewhere before, like, clearly once we actually meet, the guy they've been trying to get in contact with, none of these people could care less what she has to say. Like, they're just really dismissive of her, and it's just like she is really riding on this. You just see how much she has invested, because in the end, she ends up having to pay. I think she even paid, once they got in, and she's just giving up all this money that she robbing Peter to pay Paul right about now, just money that she does not have. Because I
Right.
think last episode she was supposed to be paying rent and doing all these other things, and it's just like you just got the money from the girls, and instead of spending it, maybe on the girls or doing what you needed to do as far as your finances, you're hoping that if this pulls through, then I could be the girls' managers, and this could be a bigger opportunity. So I was really surprised to see that she just was not giving up.
That's true. I mean, and this was a highlight moment, but going back to this, Tyra,
Oh.
the thing about it is, hold on. So I thought everything was taken care of because when they first showed up outside, she paid the one dude a certain amount of money to get him in, and he was like, "I got you a table,
Yeah.
3 bottles minimum." So I'm like, "Okay, well, she paid right there."
Yeah.
But then the waitress is coming over and handing her a $1,500 tab
Yeah.
for a table. I've never bought a table for the club before. That's just not my. But is a table
No,
$1,500?
that wasn't
Especially
for the just for the tape. That was for everything once they got in there, because they weren't listening to her, and she's like, I got women, and she was hoping that she could use the DJ and be like, well, yeah, she said for me to come over here, and she's gonna play
right,
the song, and she's
right.
gonna sing over. She was assuming that they would attach that to the DJ's her little bill at the end of the night, and it was just like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. Like, I played the record, but I didn't pay for any bottles to be sent over there. She just thought that it would go unnoticed, and it didn't, and they gave her ass that bill.
No, that's what I'm saying. The 1,500 was for the table and the bottles, right?
Yeah, that's how much it is. What you
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what was the money for that she paid to get. Was that just the door cost?
that was just to get them in.
Oh, okay, okay.
This entire time she
I
never
thought that
had
was
to
her hump
leave.
because he didn't work there. He was a
Mm.
like the dude that she paid didn't work there. It was
Yeah,
I
but
thought it was like a homeboy or something.
no, I thought it was somebody to help get them in. From the time that it was just, living on borrowed promises, her thinking probably, with the girls and her being, social at parties, that she had a little bit more pull than she did. And
Right,
it was going to be like a remember me situation.
right,
And they were
right,
just going to
right.
let her in. But once she realized, like, I'm not, anything special, I can't get them in. I'm gonna have to pay, and that's when she pays to get them in there, and then
Right.
everything else just accumulated towards the end of the night.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's unfortunate, man. You can't do that. I've never just splurged like that to try to impress somebody. Quick story. Friend of mine that I dated a long time ago. Um, she was telling me about her and her girlfriend, and she's not even the type of woman to just take advantage of a dude or whatever. But it was just some guy that was really interested in her. She wasn't feeling him, normal life.
Mm.
But she was out with a girlfriend, saw him at the club, and he was pestering, just hovering over like a helicopter, just like bad energy. Okay, dude, keep it moving, blah blah blah. But he was just doing too much to gain their attention or whatever, and they just wasn't giving him shine or whatever, and it is what it is. And so as they was walking away, he was just kind of like, well, hey, I got this going on, and I got this going on. I'm doing this, and I'm doing that, and I got this going on right too. Hopefully that you're impressed, and you know. And so as they're moving around, he yells out, like I just got like $700,000, of course, and they hear it and stop and turn around like, oh really? So if you just got $700,000, why don't you just go ahead and give us all the cash you got on you right now? And this dude, dug in his pockets, dug in his wallets, and gave them all the cash or whatever, and was stuck there looking crazy. And I'm just like, wow. And I kind of thought about that, talking about Duke, and
Yeah.
also,
He definitely did not plan on spending all of her money that night.
right, right. So that's kind of a different situation, but I don't know. I just kind of thought about that one to share. I don't know, but you guys let me know what you think down below as well. But yeah, that's who she's trying to link up with. They having fun. I have to say, like we were talking about, she did do a great job with getting the song played. But
Yes.
before that, though, how do you feel about Maurice and this situation right here? I thought they was gonna smash by the end of the episode, but I was wrong. Do you think they're gonna hook up before it's over? Because there was some sexual tension there.
2 minutes she having an issue, with her boyfriend and whatnot. It doesn't seem like they're agreeing on, too much of anything. And Maurice is right here at this moment right now. Everybody's young. I feel like, Maurice, I'm just saying, I feel like her boyfriend say one wrong thing again, it's just over. And you can clearly see that Maurice is interested. So I feel like that would happen. It was all slow winding and stuff on the dance floor. If Seduce and Scheme didn't come on, they probably would have went to the bathroom.
Yeah. Because she was tipsy. She was on Molly. She was rolling. I don't know what the term is. I think that's what it's called. And so I was thinking the same thing. Like, because like you said, they were having problems with the boyfriend Cliff, and I'll call you back and all this, and because all she's having the virtual sex, the phone sex, and so only thing is like Maurice. It appeared that Maurice never, unless this was the game he was playing, like he never looked at her like that. Like, oh, you look different, and I like it. But I kind of thought they was gonna get it on. But you're right though. If they did not play the Seducing Scheme, they were probably bumping each other. But let's get to that. The highlight of the episode, man, they played the song, and Mia's feeling it, and oh my god, that song! And I don't blame her. And I was just like, I was gonna be so mad, Tyra, if they did not find each other. I was like, oh my god, I was at the edge of my seat, like, please find her. Please, I was trying to help her. Like, I don't see it. I was gonna be so upset. I'm like, do not tease us like that. And this wonderful Kodak moment, and they don't find each other. That would be horrible. Yeah. But I was cheesing, Tyra, when they found each other. Like, I was happy for them. That was a nice, that was a nice.
I was yelling moment. Too. Yeah. I was like, if they don't find each other, I'm gonna be these little 20-minute episodes. We don't have a lot of time. Can they find each other, please? But for them to, to have that moment, everybody loves that first moment. It's like my song's on the radio. It's my first time hearing my song in the club. This is a big moment for them. And then you can see everybody in the club is vibing with it. Yeah. It's not just something in their mind. They actually have a nice record.
Right. It was perfect. It was perfect. And this was just it. What does that say? Chastity, Chaz Titty Boy. Or that's funny. But no, this was just perfect because everybody had their phone up. Everybody was on social media recording this and uploading it. And so they got the exposure. The only thing that I guess I didn't care for is the night ended. I thought that Duke, it was them like, yeah, these the girls I was talking about. They look good, they sound good.
Yeah.
Here go the bottle, and then they shaking hands, or they all in the VIP, dancing together. I just know that's where it was headed. But I mean, look at that. I'm just like, yes, this is perfect. But it didn't go there. It didn't go there. It went to expensive $1,500 bills, and them walking outside, and Duke frustrated, talking about, I don't got no more money. I'm chilling. I'm going home.
Yeah.
But and that's pretty much where it ends right there. And that she beefing with, well, not really beefing with Cliff, but just not vibing, I guess.
Yeah.
And then we see the Duke is not happy. And so I mean, just to wrap it up, how did you feel about that? And like, did you think it was gonna go to that place too, them hanging out with the Stevie guy in the VIP?
I did
Um you did not? Oh, okay, go ahead.
I
Go
did
ahead.
not. Like, they just don't. Nobody believes like, it's just, it's just not that's not a big moment for them. But it's just somebody playing your song in the club until they have some real backing and some real exposure. As you can see, Duke, I think she got wake up call this like she's been getting them from last episode, that I'm not quite where I want to be, and what I think I am to certain people in the nightlife or on the scene, I'm not that. They are not taking me seriously. So I think she accomplished the goal, but I think she also felt like a little defeated at the end of the episode. Like, I
Yeah,
really spent
big time.
everything, and I was more curious, as you extended this big olive branch of yourself and spent everything that you had. Are they going to reciprocate, putting you in that position to be manager? Because there isn't any contractual things or anything in place. This is just a verbal agreement that, all right, if you help us out, maybe we'll consider. But I feel like I don't know if they're going to do that, because if they're getting bigger and nothing's in place, then what exactly, where does Duke stand in that? I was just like, so, which I thought they were going to talk at the end, like, okay,
Yeah,
well, moving forward, is this what we're going to be doing? And then no, they just went their separate ways. I was like, oh no, I just spent all my
yeah,
money. We about to
yeah.
talk.
Yeah, because she was like, "Y'all, you're welcome."
Yeah.
Who you think got your song played or whatever. And so I don't have that exact image, so that's interesting, right there. I'm very curious to see what things are going to pick up next week. What is the response going to be from everybody in the streets, social media, receiving the song, if they are going to hook up with the producer, the status of me as parents, Melissa. Our Clifford is Shauna gonna head over to back to Clifford in New York to smash him because she mentioned that, or is she gonna give it to Maurice, or both? Are they gonna get caught with the credit card scheme? So much to know. I am curious, and so you guys let us know what you think as well, because we are curious. We do read and check all the comments. We do, we do, we do. But guys, that is going to wrap it up for our Rap Shit episode 4 recap and review. Please let us know what you think down in the comment section as well, because we are dying to know. We are dying to know. We are dying to know. But before we head out of here, Tyra, why don't you let the good people know what you have going on your channel right now?
Oh man. I got all of my good paid reviews. Like, people have been paying for all kinds of stuff. I have low budget bootleg hood movies. I have Korean action movies. I have battle essay movies. Like, I have everything on my channel.
Nice.
I am really reconsidering if I do want to continue talking about rap shit. I think after this episode, I may pick up and talk, because I feel like it's gonna pick up, and maybe we not spoke too soon, because it don't have me yet, but maybe not to give up so much on talking about it, and maybe it'll progress. It's gonna take longer than I thought, but I believe that I should have a rap shit video up soon.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Y'all subscribe and follow her on social media. She's lovely. She's lovely. On my channel right here, this is what it looks like if this is your first time joining us. But just to be more specific, latest movie reviews on my channel. I got my Nope review again. Also, me and Tyra did a spoilers review of that as well. Then I got my Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer reaction. Then I got a group talk trailer breakdown. You see Tyra right there in the top right. I got my Teal trailer reaction as well. My review for Prey that's on Hulu, and my review for Bullet Train. And also, because of the trailer, there's a lot of rehash T'Challa going around, and we've been talking that for a while. I got my episode 6 right there as well. So check that out. All that is on my channel. Good reasons you should subscribe. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery, and that's Tyra, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time.